Well, she decided to see what else she could do. So she walked around the house. She finally found a bedroom, and unbelievable, 3 beds. And one was the biggest bed she ever saw. "It's a trampoline!" Now, she loved trampolines. So she climbed up on that bed and she jumped way up in the air and did a drop. And didn't bounce. "Ow! This bed is too hard!" So she stood up and jumped over onto the middle-sized bed. Poof! And she got buried up to here in pillows and blankets. And "This bed is too soft. I can't even jump or move or nothing." So she climbed out and onto the little bed, and she took a little jump. "Oh, yeah." And she jumped again. "Oh, yeah." And she jumped again and did a front flip and a back flip and somersaults and drops and all kinds of stuff, because it was just like a trampoline. But I don't know about you, but after you play real hard for a while, don't you get a little bit tired? Well, that's what happened to Goldilocks, and she decided that time to lay down and take a little nap. So she pulled up the little pillow, and she pulled the blanket up, and she reached over and grabbed the teddy bear, and she fell asleep. Now, what she didn't know was that at that very moment, 3 very hungry bears were coming into the house. They had finished their walk. And Papa Bear walked into the kitchen, and he looked at his oatmeal, and he realized somebody had been messing around with it. "Well, looks like somebody's been eating my oatmeal, Mama." And Mama Bear looked at hers and saw the milk and everything, and it looked like somebody had even spit up in it. "Oh my goodness, somebody's been eating my oatmeal." And Baby Bear looked at his bowl. "Somebody's been eating my oatmeal and they ate it all up." Well, that kind of upset all of the bears, and they started looking around to see if anything else was going on. And then they looked in the living room. Papa Bear looked at his chair. "Well, looks to me like somebody's been sitting in my chair." Mama Bear looked at hers and said, "Well, let me tell you, I think somebody's been sitting in my chair, too." And Baby Bear looked at his chair and went, "Somebody's been sitting in my chair, and now it's all busted." Now, you thought they were upset before. Baby Bear goes, "Let's go call the police." And Mama Bear said, "Let's go call the army." And Papa Bear said, "Well, let's just settle down and let's look around and see what else might be a problem here." And so they looked around, and they finally went upstairs, and Papa Bear looked at his bed. Now, Papa Bear always made his bed before breakfast, and now it looked a little messed up. So he looked at it kind of closely and goes, "Well, looks like somebody's been sleeping in my bed." And Mama Bear looked at hers, and her bed was always perfectly made, but now it was a mess. And she looked at it and said, "Oh my goodness, somebody's been sleeping in my bed." And Baby Bear looked at his. Now, Baby Bear always made his own bed, and so it didn't look perfect. But it never had a big lump in the middle like it did now. And he walked over closer to it and goes, "Somebody's been sleeping in my bed, and she's still there." Now, Mama Bear and Papa Bear ran over and took a look, and sure enough, there was a little girl sleeping in the bed, holding on to a teddy bear. Papa Bear pulled back the blanket and said, "Well, looks like we have ourselves a little visitor." And Mama Bear took the teddy bear away and said, "Well, she shouldn't be in our house." And Baby Bear went, "That's my teddy bear!" Well, that was so loud that it woke the little girl up, and she looked and realized there were not one little teddy bear, but 3 big teddy bears just staring at her. Hello? Goodbye. And she ran out the door as fast as she could go. She ran through the woods and back home. And to this day, the 3 bears have never seen Goldilocks again. And I'd like to tell you that Goldilocks learned her lesson. She learned her manners. I'd like to tell you that she never got into trouble again. But that wouldn't be the truth. Someday, you might hear that she gets into trouble again. You never know.